The following Best of Central Florida program is sponsored in part by Seven Senses Kids, Remax Town Center, Solar Ray, Pontoon Landing Resort and Marina, and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
Welcome to the Best of Central Florida. I am Justin Clark. I will never forget, the year was 2002. I was in law school up in Boston, hanging out at the Beantown Pub to be exact. A classmate comes over, introduces himself. He said he was from Orlando. I was shocked. I thought Orlando was theme parks, chain restaurants, maybe a water park or two. Who would have thought that now, 20 years later, I would have lived here for 15 of them? Who would have thought I would raise my little girls here in Central Florida? Who would have thought I would fall in love with Central Florida? It's a hidden gem. Great restaurants, professional sports teams, a booming art scene, the Makaila River, the beaches, and yes, even the theme parks. From Palm Bay to Ponce Inlet, Eustis to Umatilla, this is the best of Central Florida. What a show we have lined up for you today. Central Florida, a very innovative part of the United States, no doubt about it. We have so much going on here when it comes to innovation. Welcome in, as always, the beautiful Makaila Nichols, my dear friend. Hello, Makaila, how are you?
Fantastic.
You're innovative. Think about it. TV shows. You wrote a book at a young age. Your foundation. I would consider you innovative.
I really appreciate it. I mean, you're pretty innovative, too.
Pretty?
Yeah, pretty innovative.
Like, you mean I'm attractive and
God.
innovative?
How did I know you were going to pick up on that one word?
Tell me about your foundation quickly.
The foundation is the Blatantly Honest Foundation. It's a 501c3 dedicated to changing the stigma surrounding bullying and suicide.
I'm very proud of you, what you have done, and your book, amazing as well. But today, are you ready to do this?
Of course I am.
I am too. We have amazing and innovative businesses. Look, to found your own business, you have to be innovative, but we have some incredibly special and innovative businesses. We're going to show you some of our favorites. Are you ready?
Of course.
Let's do it. When we return, the most innovative businesses in all of Central Florida. Makaila and I are here at Pontoon Landing Resort and Marina, the best kept secret in all of Central Florida. Would you not agree?
Oh, it is.
Chris is here, the general manager. This is Old Florida here. This is a secret. This place is beautiful. Great rooms, great suites. If you want to spend the weekend, spend a week here. But also a lot of great things to do here during the week, Chris. What all do you offer?
So we have river tours. We have pontoon boat rentals, brand new pontoons. We have, you stay in the
Beautiful
rooms.
place. What about the river tour? I mean, we have manatees literally right outside the boat here. You do river tours, right?
Yeah, we do 2 of those, 10 and 1.
Yeah.
Wednesday through Sunday. And it's a tour all the way around Pontoon Island, go by Blue Springs.
This is Old Florida at its finest. Door to door for me, from my house, 45 minutes. I think downtown Orlando, an hour.
Yes.
Yet you feel like you're in a totally different world. How do you describe this setting?
A place like no other. This is so unique, and there's not very many places like this anymore.
You totally upgraded the rooms and suites. They're beautiful, stunning, in fact, very comfortable. How do you describe the rooms and suites here?
They've gotten a lot of love in the last year, and it's wonderful. And we're continuing to make that investment in Pontoon to continue to keep it as a place like no other.
And you can rent this boat here. The boats are brand new, but think about the rooms and suites too. They're all so unique. This is not a cookie cutter type place to stay.
No, it was designed as a fish camp, and it, all the rooms are very unique. So it's not like a big hotel where you have a bunch of these cookie cutter rooms. Yeah, they're all unique.
The Dockside Deli is awesome. We're building a tiki bar. We have beer. This place is unbelievable. I'm so impressed with what you have done. Chris, congratulations on what you guys are doing here and continue to do. And I've got to tell you, if you have not been out to this area, you're making a mistake. Pontoon Landing Resort and Marina, 45 minutes from my house, not more than an hour from yours. Come out and check it out.
The following Best of Central Florida Makaila's Choice is sponsored in part by Seven Senses Kids and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
It's no surprise that there are so many incredible businesses here in Central Florida, but let's be honest, you have to be creative and innovative to start a really successful business. So Makaila's choice for Best Innovative Business is Seven Senses Therapy. I am joined by two amazing friends, Felicity and Lauren Flores and their dog Aloha. Happy to have y'all here.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So Felicity, this has been your second time I think I've seen your beautiful face. How does it feel being on TV again?
Good.
Good. And I'm sure you're very proud of your mom for starting Seven Senses, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what Seven Senses is?
Sure. So Seven Senses Therapy, it's a pediatric occupational therapy and speech studio in Melbourne, Florida. We're at the Avenue Vieira. We work with ages 0 to 15. In occupational therapy, the occupational therapist kind of works with the kids on their development and behavior. So for example, they'll work like with fine motor skills, coordination, balance, sensory processing, attention, picky eaters we work a lot with, school skills, handwriting, social skills. So that's what we do a lot in occupational therapy.
What made you choose this line of work?
So I always had a passion for working with kids and animals, and I decided to go, so I'm a pediatric occupational therapist. I graduated with my master's from the University of Florida. And so we started Seven Senses back in 2011. So we've been serving the Brevard community for about 11 years now. So I always just had a passion, and I learned about animal-assisted therapy, which is a unique approach that we can use in therapy with the kids. So I kind of combined both, using the animal as a motivator with the kid in therapy. So it kind of helps them reach their goals quicker and faster when we have Aloha, of course, who's our facility dog.
I love it. So I guess we might as well see what Aloha can do. What do you think?
Yeah, so let's see what she can do. So if you want to step down for a minute, Felicity's going to show you an activity that she has done, and some of the kids do this in therapy with her. So we got Aloha Sit from Canine Companions, which is a non-for-profit organization that provides highly trained, highly skilled assistance dogs to recipients, and we applied for the facility dog. So that's her, Aloha Get. Good girl, hold. And so Felicity's gonna just string some beads on here. So in occupational therapy, we like to, of course, use play, because that's how kids learn the best, and they're motivated through play, and even more motivated when Aloha's holding the other end. But so right now she's working on her fine motor skills, which will help in handwriting at school. She's also working on her bilateral coordination skills, which is using your hands together in a coordinated manner. So that's good for like scissor skills, because they have to use their hands in a coordinated manner. So that's an activity that she's doing right now with Aloha. We do that in the studio a lot. So we do teletherapy and we do studio sessions. Thank you, Aloha. Good job. Give. Nice job.
Good job.
Good work.
Wow. Do you find that when the children are working with the animals, I mean, their expressions obviously just like light up?
Yes, light up. They ease the situation so much. They make everyone
I'm
feel
like
more
ridiculously
comfortable.
calm right now.
Yeah, they lower our anxiety, our blood pressure. Yeah, so definitely, she just brightens the day, and she's there to help as well. And we enjoy her so much.
Yeah, and so she does a bunch of different activities, right?
Yeah, so she does a bunch of different things. So she'll bring items to the children. If they're working on handwriting, sometimes she'll bring a basket of letters. They'll pick out a letter. They'll do handwriting activities. She can pull them on a scooter board where they lay on their belly, and she can tug them across. She can even hit a balloon back and forth to the kids. So they get a kick out of it, and they don't even realize they're working so hard in therapy. So it's really cool. It's super innovative, and it's called animal-assisted therapy. It's a research-based approach that we use in occupational therapy, and it's awesome. So we really enjoy it.
How can families, receive services with you guys?
Yeah, so they can definitely call us. They can email us. All our information, all our contact information is on our website at sevensensestherapy.com. They can find all our info there. We have speech info, teletherapy info. We even have some scholarships that they can apply for, the Family Empowerment Scholarship that they can apply for to get services free.
Wow.
So yeah, all our info is on there. We even have a small store online, so they can buy educational products, yeah, sensory products, different things for school, handwriting paper. So we have all that available on the website.
Do you have the ability to actually turn me into a picky eater? I'd like to look at the opposite way.
Yeah, I can turn you into a picky eater.
Please do, because I'll eat anything.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so some of our picky eating sessions are fun because we'll have Aloha take a bite, or they'll feed Aloha something, or take turns like that. Aloha sit. Good girl. Good job. So she makes everything more fun, of course, in therapy.
Felicity, what does Aloha mean to you? Your dog.
I love her.
You love her?
Yeah.
Do you like going to work with your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I play with her at the fences.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, she does.
Well, I absolutely love the work that you're doing. Very
thank
innovative,
you.
very important.
Thank you so
Felicity,
much.
great job as usual. Aloha, fantastic. Don't know if you can understand me, but nonetheless, absolutely crushed it. We'll be right back with
Thank
People's
you.
Choice after this short break.
The following Best of Central Florida People's Choice is sponsored in part by RE/MAX Town Center and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
You have spoken, the people have spoken. People's Choice this week goes to our good friend Joey Pensante. He's with RE/MAX Town Center. Joey, how are you? Good Irish guy, huh?
No.
Let me tell you something about RE/MAX Town Center, right downtown Orlando. Always been cutting edge, ahead of the curve, real estate brokerage. You've been there for a while. Tell me about RE/MAX Town Center.
RE/MAX Town Center was founded by a gentleman by the name of Charlie Orden over 20 some odd years ago. Man is an innovator. He's great at what he does, multi-million-dollar producer. Couldn't ask for a better person to start under. Now we have a new broker in there named Daisy, and she just took on his legacy. And between the two, they make the office a powerhouse.
Yeah.
You know, it really catapults the name RE/MAX.
Well, I think you also are a big part of catapulting that RE/MAX name as well. Your clients that you've worked with, whether it's buyer or seller, they've always told us what a great job you do. Describe your relationship with your client, whether it's a buyer or seller.
You got to treat them like family or friend. You know, I was told a long time ago, a lot of people are commission driven in this business. I'm not. An old friend of mine told me, forget about your commission. Take care of the client. You know, and the commission will always follow behind. If you treat them like family, friend, you know, listen to their needs, pay attention to what they need, you know, what's going on in their life, you know, put yourself in their shoes. All of these things make the difference in the sale or the purchase.
What are you seeing in this real estate market right now? It's well documented. The last 2 years has been insane, a great seller's market. Are you seeing any changes lately?
There's going to be some changes depending on how the market's going to go. Buyer, seller, but there's always a deal whether it's someone has to buy something or there's always that person that needs to liquidate their house out. So you can always cater to that buyer or seller.
Yeah, you know, I've noticed that with realtors, real estate agents, real estate brokers even, there's you know, a few different types of them, and some people get into the business looking to not work hard. They're like, oh, I'm just going to work on a Saturday and take to their lazy.
Lazy. Go sit over in the corner and let the big boys take care of this.
And when you talk about big boys, what does it take? I mean, for someone out there looking to change careers into your business, what does it take to be one of those big boys?
Dedication. Dedication. Pay attention to the market, you know, educate yourself, constantly educate yourself. All the time that I'm not out in the field doing something, I'm at the office on the internet learning about something. Go into a class, learn about the other current conditions, learn about more commercial, expand your horizon. You need to educate yourself to make yourself more powerful.
There are certain jobs out there that once you clock out, you don't think about it at all. I think about airline pilots, and we love our airline pilots, don't get me wrong, especially when we're at 32,000 feet. But once they land and they get home, they don't think about it until 2-3 days later when they go back to the airport. Law. It's not like that at all. I'm on my phone constantly. Real estate, to be successful, how attached to the hip is your phone?
This morning at 6 o'clock in the morning before I was coming here, I drove to Ocala to drop off one piece of paper.
Is that right?
Because my client couldn't print it.
And
I
that's,
jumped in a car and went.
That's what you do.
Hour and a half there, hour and a half back.
That's what you do.
But I'll sign a contract at 11 o'clock at night for that senior who cannot do it electronically. I'll drive out to the house.
Yeah.
Those are the things you have to sacrifice. You know, we're not 24/7, but you do put a lot of time. You always have to be accessible.
You'll give people a jacket too.
Yeah.
No more jackets.
It's a long story, but I kind of gave his jacket to her before the show because it's cold in here. I apologize about that
That's
again,
all right.
by the way.
As long as she was comfortable.
But it is those extra things, the extra details, the extra attention to details that makes you innovative and what you do, but also you're doing the right thing always for your client. And it's
Yes.
even things where this is not my job. Like, this is not my job as your realtor, but you do them to go the extra mile to get that deal closed. Because at the end of the day, everyone wants to get to the closing table.
Exactly. There's no such thing as not my job.
Yeah.
Like the CEO who won't go into a bathroom and clean it.
Right.
Well, it's not my job. Everything is your job for that client. You know, there's times I picked up food for a client. I've dropped off, laundry for a client.
Right.
There's different things you do for them. You just do it out of the kindness of your heart.
Where do you think we're headed?
That's what it is.
Yeah, I agree, and you're doing a great job of it. Everyone
Thank you.
loves you that we've talked to. Where are we headed in this market? Up, down, staying the same? What do you think?
There's no crystal ball on this one.
I know.
Just work it day by day, month by month, year by year.
Yeah, well, I hope you
That's
keep
it.
up the good work.
Thank
You're
you.
doing a great job down there. Again, everyone raves about you, and it's
Mm-hmm.
the organization you're with, obviously fantastic as well.
Fantastic,
The Remax
absolutely.
Town Center, I've known him forever.
One of the best organizations I've ever been with.
Joey Pensante, good to see you, brother. Thanks as always.
Thank you very much. I
Great to see
appreciate
you.
it.
Quick break. When we return, Justin's choice is just ahead.
The following Best of Central Florida Justin's Choice is sponsored in part by Solar Ray and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.
And finally, it's time for my favorite portion of the show. It's time for Justin's Choice, and Justin's Choice for Best Innovative Business goes to our very good friends at Solar Ray. Michael Brown is here. Welcome back, buddy. We were outside last time we had you on.
Yeah, I didn't know I was the favorite. I'm so glad. I'm gonna blush
Always
now.
a favorite.
It feels better than me. Now, I have solar in my home. Some people at home right now that own their houses do not. Why should I get solar in my home, and why should it be through Solar Ray?
Well, you should get solar in your house before Solar Ray because inflation is happening, right? Cost of electricity is going up. If you get a good deal and you get good product and you get a good installation so where you don't have a bunch of service or a bunch of failures in equipment, then you are going to basically freeze your electrical cost today at what you purchase it at, and as inflation goes up, let's say the average inflation in utility is 2.5% per year. That's over the last 20 years. So every year you're going to actually be increasing your savings by 2.5% every year. So, do it now, especially what we're looking at as far as inflation.
Why Solar Ray? And let me preface this by saying there are a lot of solar companies out there now, although some have gone away recently, but they're more sales organizations, and then they just turn you over to someone else. That is not you, that is not Solar Ray.
No, it's not Solar Ray, and yes, you should choose Solar Ray, and unfortunately it's also kind of get in line because we don't subcontract any of our crews or any of our help. And because we make sure that they're very skilled, and that if they're not and or they don't, follow the guidelines that we have, then they have to go. But we've been in business since 2003. The very first system that I installed was before 2000. In 2003, when I decided to incorporate a solar company, I actually went to the Florida Solar Energy Center and took all the courses necessary to know what I was doing first, right? And since then, I've accumulated quite possibly thousands of continuing education credit hours, nationally recognized through North American Board of Certified Energy Practitioners and other organizations, to make sure that I know what I'm doing with the equipment that's out there and also get experience with that equipment. Most of the other guys are doing the bare minimum to jump on the bandwagon and jump on the wave of solar, right? To, I want to make a lot of money. Here's something that's popular. I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, it's certainly going to save on the electricity bill every month, but it's also a low barrier when it comes to cost-wise for entry, meaning some people think they've got to stroke a check for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and that's just not the case because you can get in with no money down, low interest rates.
Yeah, that's true. The investment companies have recognized the value of solar and the longevity of it, right? And so you can get into any length of loan that you want, but you can get in as low as 0.99% still.
Yeah.
That is very likely to go away just because of the way inflation is going right now. And the base cost of equipment and everything else is going up. And that's just because of inflation. That's the way it is right now.
Also, there's a tax credit as well.
Yeah, this year it's 26%.
Wow.
Next year it goes down to 22%. So before the end of the year, if you want the maximum tax credit that you can get, make your purchase. It has to be installed and in service before you can claim your tax credit.
When you say 26%, what does that mean for me? Like on the bottom line, what does that say?
Say to make it super simple, these aren't real costs, but let's say it's a $20,000 system, then you get a $5,600 or $5,200 tax credit.
So basically, if I owed taxes at the end of the year, I owed 10 grand, I'm only going to owe 4,800.
And or if you've paid in taxes, okay, coming out of your check, if you're a regular paycheck guy, then you can get a refund on that.
Right.
But it's not a rebate, it is a tax credit.
And then finally, I think that, and it is a big deal because one of the main reasons people want solar is because the electricity bills here are crazy, especially in the summer. I mean, I've seen people go from $500, $400 a month down to $50, $60. This is real life stuff.
Yeah, you can go all the way down to your connection charge, right? So you can install a system, and that again goes towards hiring a professional, getting people in there. Sure, don't just call us, call other people too, but don't just go on who's got the most polished sales pitch. Right. Go by who really knows what they're talking about and who's doing the detailed analysis of what it is that you really need.
Michael Brown, Solar Ray, what a pleasure to see you again, buddy. Keep up the good work out there. I love solar. You guys are doing a fantastic job. You did a fantastic job today. I'm very proud of the businesses that we have here in Central Florida. A very innovative show. This show's kind of innovative. You're innovative.
Wow, you're innovative too.
Oh, that was very nice. You did a great job today. Hey, thank you so much as always for joining us here. Special thanks to our WKMG-based crew. We fed them tacos. They're happy with us, so the show should come out great. I'm Justin Clark. We'll see you again next week for more Best of Central Florida.
The preceding Best of Central Florida program was sponsored in part by 7 Senses Kids, Remax Town Center, Solar Ray, Pontoon Landing Resort and Marina, and Sophila Radio and Television Productions.